indefatigable. In fact, if she is fine, then we must all be fine. CEO of Siami Vitamins Group of Companies. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, shall we put our hands together for Mrs. Ruby Janet Siame, headmistress of Wesley Girls High School, as she delivers her report. And as the tradition goes, she will be given the appropriate introduction.
I'm a natural watching Yanua. Dambra Ottomo Club New Year Sia. In some of the gray, actually. The Maraso, and I want you to I am a year for me and couple. Let me have my jumbo. Ah, you know about Tampa or Baton and the Monday on a Sunday. I am a year from Impunto baby and the crown. Nims the phone, and make us a photo to Cook and Assassin. On Yamfa, then Yamma up in Pong to Jago perform. Of foot for pies in your national yamin, or contract for pies nature, young patrol. Ah, you pay the Pebenazi. Ah, as a pioneer. Ah, I'm pack and homes the pack and cassa. As I was a packassa. And can you come on Susunya? What down was the one now in the pump? A fay, I'd not as a change zine. That in the engine of painting. While Brian is a symbolic shirt yana. On your yamfo, or Raye, Janet, Ruby, Siam. Bata Pakasa, no by a sweet. Bata Pakasa, Casa, it was.
Thank you, my dear girl. The Lady President, Mrs. Agnes Emefa Essa. Our guest speaker, Mrs. Florence Samachuku. Our guest of honor, Dr. Nelly Ajayi MBE. The patron of the 2003 group, Mrs. Mabel Norte. The presiding bishop of the Methodist Church Ghana, Most Reverend Professor Joseph Abuna Asamaji. The General Director for Education and Youth Development of the Methodist Church Ghana, Very Reverend Mrs. Nana Denyame Amwa. The General Manager of Methodist Schools, Very Reverend Francis Anderson Jr., the Omahini of Ogwa Traditional Area, Musaberima Dr. Kwesi Atta II, Queen Mother of Efutu, and Kontin Hima of Ogwa Traditional Council, Nana Amba Yaba the First, if they are here, then Kakum Dohim Nana Kofi Ebu II, if he's here. Nkwasohin of Ewutu Mayenda Nana Okufo Apitu the First, if she's here. The Queen of Anoche, Nana Ma Beswa the Second. Director General of Education, Professor Ernest Kofi Davis, the Regional Director of Education, Mr. Emmanuel Isuman, the Deputy Regional Director of Education, Mrs. Harriet O. Aidan Sego, the Metropolitan Director of Education, Mrs. Phyllis Asante Krobia, the representative of the Regional Manager of Methodist Schools, the Central Regional Commander of the Ghana Police Service, if he's here, the Regional Commander of the MTTB, if he's here, the Acting Metropolitan Chief Executive, if he's here, all other MMDAs, the clergy, the NANUM, the chairman and members of the Board of Governors of Wesley Girls High School, past headmistresses of Wesley Girls High School, colleague heads of senior, high, and basic schools, heads of other educational institutions, distinguished guests, fellow old girls of Wesley Girls High School, the chairperson and executives of the Parents Association, parents and guardians, dedicated members of staff, I mean teaching and non-teaching of Wesley Girls High School, the media, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning to you all, and a very special good morning to you, my dear girls. How are you?
Thank you.
I am fine. And once I am fine,
You must be fine.
yes, you must be fine. Before I proceed, Lady President, please, I crave your indulgence for all of us to stand for a minute's silence in remembrance of our departed first African Ghanaian headmistress, Dr. Mrs. Rosina Boajiwai-Champon, after which the presiding Bishop of the Methodist Church Ghana will offer a word of prayer. Thank you.
Name that we all know. Wesley Girls High School's first African headmistress. A powerful glow. You taught your girls discipline. You saw them through. A feminist ahead of her time. It's plain for all to see. Dr. Mrs. Rosina Boajiwai-Champon. You were an inspiration to this school, a beacon of strength, a trailblazer. Discipline, you were firm, you guided your girls with care, instilling integrity and making them all square. Dr. Mrs. Rosina Boajiwai-Champon. The school will forever adore you. May your heritage endure. May your legacy continue to generations. Rest in peace, and may the Lord be gracious to your soul. In the name of God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. May you please be seated.
Thank you, Presiding Bishop. Lady President, ladies and gentlemen, today is indeed a great day that the Lord has made for us all. We will therefore rejoice and be glad in it. I further wish to express my joy and appreciation with the words of the psalmist in Psalm 188, from verse 1 to verse 4. I read, "Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. Let Israel say, his love endures forever. Let the house of Aaron say, his love endures forever. Let those who fear the Lord say, his love endures forever." Yes, all of us here in gathered have every cause to say, his love endures forever. Lady President, all protocol observed, on this special occasion of celebrating the 188th anniversary speech and prize giving day of Wesley Girls High School, Cape Coast, I would like to acknowledge the presence, even though they have been in my capacity as the headmistress. I still have to do that. I would like to acknowledge the presence of the classes of 53 If they are here, you give me a wave. 63. If they are here, you give me a wave. I'm talking of the 3 3s. Yes, there they are. 73. Yes. 83. Yes. That's for 83. The big person. 93. They are following us. 2013. Oh. 2023. Our babies. And then 2003. The main hosting and sponsoring year group. Congratulations on attaining 70 plus 2, 60 plus 2, 50 plus 2, 40 plus 2, 30 plus 2, 20 plus 2, 10 plus 2, then 2 years after leaving the four walls of Wegehe. Happy anniversary and welcome back home. A special welcome to the class of 1980 year group, which is the year group of the immediate past headmistress, Mrs. K. Opong Ankuma Gray. I also acknowledge the class of 69, and they are celebrating 55 years after leaving school. I also specially recognize the presence of all other year groups who are here, including the class of 99, who are celebrating 25 years after leaving school. Your homecoming every year to celebrate an anniversary and speech day has been a source of inspiration to the present crop of students. Again, it is exciting to note that we have in our midst the 2004 year group. Are they there? Who are here to take over the baton to ensure that the tradition goes on. Lady President, ladies and gentlemen, over the years, God has endowed Wesley Girls High School with various sets of rare achievements. The school has produced and continues to produce trailblazers, the first females in uncountable endeavors of life. I am actually excited to acknowledge the presence of one of them in our midst, my classmate of the 83-year group. They have said it, but I will say it in my capacity as the headmistress. The first ever female president of the Ghana Bar Association, Mrs. Ifwa Gati. Again, I feel so proud to acknowledge the presence of the Deputy Chief of Staff Administration, Nana Oye Bampo Ado. She is also my classmate of the 83-year group. Ladies and gentlemen, I am highly elated to announce to you all that the mighty trailblazer, the first ever in the history of the nation, the first female vice president of the Republic of Ghana, attended no other school and the best of the best. That is Wegehe. I am talking about the vice president of the Republic of Ghana, the class of 1969. That is why they are there. They have come. She was the school prefect of her time. We have every cause to be proud of her and also to feel proud as Wegehe girls. Our dear old girls and members of staff, past and present, as we celebrate another anniversary, I want to believe you are reflecting on the goodness and mercies of God for the past 188 years, as far as Wesley Girls is concerned. Indeed, we build the school on the Lord Jesus Christ, and that is our trade secret. Without him, we can do nothing. You will also agree with me that being part of the Gehe community is a great opportunity that you cannot take for granted. As John Dewey said, and I quote, "Education is not preparation for life. Education is life itself." This is what GEHE stands for, because the school provides several opportunities for the transformation of individuals, especially students, thus making it an educational tourist hub for other learners. We already have a list of basic schools and sister senior high schools who have officially requested to visit Wesley Girls this year. And this morning, we have in our midst some prefects from Accra Wesley Girls High School with their headmistress. Please give it up for them. Ladies and gentlemen, our focus this year is on the need for all stakeholders to play an active role in helping the school to shine through godliness and discipline in order to maintain the educational excellence. Here in Wesley Girls High School, we apply a holistic approach to educating our girls. We promise the academic achievements of our girls as well as their participation in co-curricular activities, including sports, entertainment, and club meetings. It is therefore our hope and prayer that all stakeholders will place our dear girls at the center of all our decision-making processes and activities, so that they continue to stand out holistically in school and when they have exited. Lady President, I wish to crave your indulgence to reiterate a statement I made last year at the speech day. I would entreat parents and guardians of current students and prospective ones to come to disabuse their minds of the notion that once their wards enter this noble and prestigious institution, great success, especially for WASE, automatically awaits them. As if it is simply for grasping. Unfortunately, the excellent success does not come on a silver platter. It is hard work through and through. Again, parents and guardians, for that matter, all stakeholders, are entreated to consider individual abilities and interests of their girls. The days of parents living their dream lives in their wards at school are over. Please allow them to have a say in the choice of their programs and subjects, so that they will eventually emerge excellent achievers and you will be proud of them. Lady President, ladies and gentlemen, on this great and memorable day, I am singularly honored to present to you a report on the school for the 2023-2024 academic year. Student enrollment. The student population for last academic year was 3,431. 1,200 Form 1 girls, 1,067 Form 2 girls, and 1,163 Form 3 girls. In all, 3,320 were boarders, while 111 were day students. The school has 10 dormitory blocks that housed the boarding students. We ran 5 programs: general science, general arts, visual arts, home economics, and business. Staff establishment. The members of staff stood at 256. Teaching staff was 177, while non-teaching staff stood at 79. We had 14 national service personnel, interns and teaching practice, interns for teaching practice, 13, and 3 volunteer staff. The school sick bay was managed and run by 4 nurses and a visiting medical doctor. Under the period of review, 10 teachers went on transfer and 18 teachers were transferred to the school. 14 teachers were also newly recruited to the school. Again, 2 teachers went on retirement. All non-teaching staff were at post. None of them went on retirement. Academic updates. Lady President, being a transition school, Academic activities ran throughout the year, from January to December. Classes went on unabated. Intervention classes for Forms 2 and 3 students were organized to address the issue of syllabus coverage and low academic performance among some students. Once again, the school had the opportunity to be visited by Mrs. Agnes Asafo-Adjei, an education consultant residing in the United Kingdom. She is an old girl, an SP of the 1980 year group. Her passion to see the girls develop academically made her come in at certain times to help the student develop learning styles and revision strategies in order to ensure long-term memory retention. Being a counselor too, Mrs. Asafo-Adjei had counseling sessions with some of the girls. Again, in the course of the academic year, various educational institutions, including some public and private universities, visited the school to mount an educational fair. This enabled the students, especially the Form 3 girls, to get first-hand information of the various courses offered at the tertiary level. Students had the opportunity to attend a number of educational seminars in and outside the school. These seminars broadened the horizon of the students in terms of further studies and the world of work. Furthermore, various seminars were organized especially for the final year student prior to writing their final examination, that is WASSCE 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, for excellent results to be achieved, counseling is very much needed. The guidance and counseling unit of the school played a pivotal role in counseling and guiding the students to deal with stress and anxieties in the course of their studies and other non-academic issues. A renowned counselor residing in Virginia, USA, and the founder of Fruitful Ministries, Reverend Dr. Kisi Edu, also visited the school to have counseling sessions with the students. Staff Development Workshop. Ladies and gentlemen, a core mandate of staff members of Wesley Girls High School hinges on what Martin Luther King Jr. once said, and that is, the function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. In view of that, at the beginning of every year, the school organizes a training program for teachers so as to sharpen their skills for the work ahead. For the year under review, a 3-day staff development workshop was organized. This time round, the scope was broadened to involve both teaching and non-teaching staff members. The program brought together seasoned educationists, including the Regional Director of Education and Professor Grace Vanderpoel of University of Cape Coast, who successfully took staff members through the various relevant topics. The workshop was duly sponsored by the Parents Association, that is PE. Now, 2025 staff training was taken to another level. Management, in collaboration with an international corporate body, organized a capacity building workshop that catered for the whole school community, and I mean students, teachers, and workers. International Leadership Foundation, ILF, took up the task of building the capacity of students, teachers, and workers concurrently for 3 days in the school. Funding and sponsorship for this all-important program came from some individual parents and the class of 83. WASSCE results. Lady President, ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, permit me to give you a brief analysis of the 2024 WASSCE results. As I said earlier, we presented 1,163 candidates. The overall percentage pass for 2024 was 95.69%. Percentage pass of A1 to C6 was 94.46. For Wesley girls, we have a range we call quality grades, and that is from A1 to B3. And that one we had 80.21%. In all, the 8A1 to 5A1 were as follows. 8A1 we had 32 girls, 7A1 30 girls, 6A1 56 girls, and then 5A1 69 girls. Ladies and gentlemen, the current strategic plan, that is from 2020 to 2025, has a broad objective of providing what it takes to attain and sustain the highest academic standard. Even though we inspire our students to achieve the top grades, the admission of more, this time around, mixed ability students has now caused the school to aim at 100% of between A1 and C4 grades. And the 5 batches of students under the strategic plan have graduated. In 2023, there was a dip of the A1 to C4 to be around 30%. Last year, however, 2024, A1 to C4 rose to 84.87. We aim at continuously rising to the occasion to be the standard. Discipline. Ladies and gentlemen, Wesley Girls High School buys into the significant statement made by Katharine Hepburn, and that is, without discipline, there's no life at all. This highlights the fundamental nature of discipline in shaping our lives. That is why the school has a disciplinary committee. Again, small disciplines repeated with consistency every day leads to great achievement. And this is a statement made by John C. Maxwell, which Wesley Girls agrees to. Indeed, discipline has a high correlation between academic success and, of course, success in life. The school disciplinary committee, under the period of review, dealt with disciplinary issues in cognizance of the laid down rules and code of conduct for students and staff. In addition, the school guidance and counseling team worked tirelessly to help students deal with their academic and social challenges. Again, a chaplaincy committee also was in place to handle the moral and religious aspects of students' upbringing. With all these 3 committees functioning, the school ensured issues of discipline were not compromised in any way. Health and safety. Lady President, under the year of review, the school had a number of challenging health issues because of the teeming population. But I am happy to say that our medical team did not relent in showing their love and care towards our dear students. Attention was given to girls who reported to the sick bay. Emergency cases were quickly referred to the hospital for further medical treatment. Non-academic activities. Ladies and gentlemen, our students, like typical adolescents and youth who are full of exuberance, enthusiasm, vim, and passion, channel their energies into various clubs and societies where they exhibited their talents. It was heartwarming to see girls joining clubs including the choir, cadets, debating, echo rangers, French, science, just to mention but a few. Some of these clubs participated in competitions or challenges. Another area was sports and other related activities. Every Saturday morning found girls trotting down the drive to the field for a keep fit exercise. Despite the choked nature of the academic calendar, under the period of review, girls still braved the odds to participate in inter-house athletic competitions, inter-school, which we popularly call intercorp, athletic and games competition, and super zonals. Ladies and gentlemen, under the auspices of the Regional Director of Education, a musical festival was organized for senior high schools in the region, where students exhibited their talent through choral music, brass band, regimental band, and live band music. Our resilient girls were not left out. They participated and distinguished themselves. Initiatives. Lady President, ladies and gentlemen, you will all agree with me that a motivated person generally feels encouraged to do more and perform better. As a result, management initiated a reward system intrinsically to boost the morale of students academically. Letters of commendation were presented at a school ceremony to the top 3 students in every class each semester. A total of 59 classes with 177 students were served with such letters. This initiative was later extended to the teachers, where letters of commendation were presented to the best teacher for each class per semester. In all, 59 teachers were commended. In due course, the non-teaching staff would also be brought on board. Achievements. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, permit me to showcase just a few from our basket of achievements. 1, the 2024 National Science Maths, the 2024 National Science and Maths Skills NSMQ competition saw our girls doing it again. We were the only girls school that stood our ground all the way to semi-finals. And that earned our girls and the school a Primetime Award of 3,000 cedis. We also earned a Newmont Award of 25,000 cedis for being the best performing girls' school in the contest. Our 3 contestants were rewarded with a laptop each. Again, one of our contestants, Miss Anita Roxon, was awarded a scholarship by Academic City University to pursue an engineering course. 2, ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to announce to you the establishment of a digital repository in the school. And this is the first of its kind, I believe, in the region. The project was birthed by the efforts of the OGA, school management, and funded by our former Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, to honor the memory of his late mother, the late Mrs. Hajia Mariama Baumia, née Susanna Bani Sulemana of 1960 year group, a classmate and a year mate of our former headmistress, Mrs. Nancy Thompson. 3, the school participated in the National Onga Cook Art Competition and took the 2nd position. 4, a French quiz competition organized by Alliance Française saw our girls taking the 3rd position. 5, the school participated in a competition dubbed Family Values Theatre Season 2024 and emerged as the overall winner. 6, the National Investment Quiz Competition saw our girls reaching the semi-finals. That notwithstanding, the team was awarded Best Investment Advisors. 7, the school also participated in the Sharks competition, and our girls got to the quarterfinals of the national level. I said just a few, so the last, and that is 8. In 2024, the Central Regional Cadet Corps 8th Zonal Drill Competition saw our cadet girls emerging winners. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, Ankuma Siame House. Commendations. Lady President, our guest of honor, ladies and gentlemen, to express my appreciation to both teaching and non-teaching staff of Wesley Girls High School for their hard work. The Legacy Project, as named, has brought a number of OGA year groups together to contribute their quota for the project to be completed in due course. Last year, phase 1 of the project was undertaken by 2000, 2001 and 2002 year groups with their supporting year groups. The 2003, 2004 and 2005 year groups with their supporting year groups were the next in line to work on the fittings and fixtures. I am happy to say that when the baton was handed over to the 2003 year group, they ran their race with a high sense of focus, diligence, and sacrifice. They set a target, and in my opinion, they boldly exceeded it. With their supporting year groups, the ground floor, which houses the offices of the headmistress, the assistant headmaster administration, accounts and general officers, and the IT control room, was duly commissioned yesterday, 7 February 2025. The 2003 year group will be handing over the baton, the 1973 year group, for writing and launching a social history anthology book entitled Every Saint Had a Past. That was a great feat job as a year group. For now, if you want to get a copy of that book, please write it down. Contact Madame Elsie Esiedu Apia on this contact line. Please write it. You need to get that book. 0243, are you writing? 430479. 0243 430479. 2. The 1978 year group, for visiting the school to interact with girls. They also presented some novels to the school. I also commend them for coming to the aid of the school's robotics team with some toolkits. 3. My special 1983 year group, for initiating the reinstallation of the CCTV cameras project with the provision of walkie-talkies to help address the security issues on the campus. The vantage places they worked on are the headmistress's residence, Compton's Bridge, Chapel Forecourt, behind Bellamy and Ellis houses. They also donated 10,000 cedis to support the staff development workshop. 4. The 1993 year group, for donating a set of regimental band instruments. 5. The 1995 year group, for financially supporting the 2024 NSMQ team. 6. The 1999 year group, for donating some agricultural implements and a photocopier to the English lab upon celebrating their 20th anniversary. 7. The 2003 year group, the hosting year group, for graciously renovating 2 classroom blocks, giving the school kitchen pantry washroom a facelift, painting the front wall of the school. I believe when you were coming, just that alone made you have a certain feel of belongingness. That is 2003 for you. And also fixing a new school gate and mounting a signboard. I wish you'd be here in the evening just to look at the signboard. And your guess will be as good as mine. 8. OGA UK Ireland chapter, for rewarding 6 teachers with £500 each. At the appropriate time, the immediate past presidents of OGA UK Ireland will be doing us the honors of presenting them to the deserving teachers. 9. OGA US Canada chapter for donating disinfectants, detergents, and other sanitary items to needy girls in the school. 10. OGA Cape Coast chapter for physically being present to support our team at the 2024 NSMQ competition held at the University of Cape Coast. They also visited the team members and gave them special treats of tasty meals. Last but not least, you see, get here when we talk, you don't understand. And you become jealous for no reason. The 11th point, and not the least, the class of 2024. They are our latest old girls. They came back to the school before leaving the school with their batch project, and that was donating 2 mini trucks we will call Aboboya. And we use it around to cut a whole lot of things in the school. They also gave us some dining hall benches, and they also gave us customized canopies. Last but really not least, some individual old girls home and abroad, they want to remain anonymous for generously supporting the NSMQ team in cash. They also rewarded the coaches of the NSMQ team financially. Acknowledgement and appreciation. Lady President, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to acknowledge the many groups and individuals whose massive support, kindness, and encouragement have contributed greatly to making Wesley Girls High School come this far under the period of review. I fully agree with Melody Beatty, who said, and I quote, "Gratitude makes sense of past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow." This connects appreciation with gratitude, and its positive impact lives on forever. They have been duly acknowledged in the speech day brochure. We acknowledge the immense contribution by the government of Ghana, the Ghana Education Service, by providing the school with some classroom and dormitory furniture. Remember that the Ministry of Education were among the first to receive over 3,000 tablets to be used by our girls under this era of technology. We also acknowledge the posting of teachers and ancillary workers to the school by Ghana Education Service. As a school, we highly acknowledge and appreciate the pivotal role the Methodist Church Ghana, led by the presiding bishop, played in shaping this great and prestigious school. We acknowledge and appreciate the Parent Association for their significant and immense contribution to the school in diverse forms. PA has provided solar energy to power the Form 3 classroom blocks for effective learning, especially at prep. PA continues to pay the allowances of 2 nurses and 5 security men and the utility bill for pumping of water to the various parts of the school. PA supplements the provision of stationery for exams and the supply of food items for the school. PA also provides incentives for staff, including awards for long service and retiring staff. You will soon see their show. Again, some parents have embarked on various renovation projects to give facelifts to the dormitory blocks that house their wards. Some of the houses are Garnet Champon, Thompson Jokoto, Opon Ankoma Siame, Ellis, Wardville, and Compton. Some friends of the school and individual parents sponsored this year's staff development workshop. Others also donated toward the celebration of the 188th anniversary speech and prize giving day. In fact, Time will not permit me to acknowledge and thank all such people. Their names have been printed in the speech day brochure. Now, needs and challenges. Lady President,
Needs and
our
challenges.
guest of honor, ladies and gentlemen, the popular saying, all that glitters is not gold, seriously applies in Wesley Girls High School. Here are some dire needs and challenges of the school. There are many, but I will just mention 8 of them. 1. 2 main Get Fund projects that started in the early 2000s have been stalled. That is the new assembly hall and a 6-unit staff flat. 2. Looking at the age of the school, with a teeming student population, a number of our septic tanks in the school need replacement. 3. The school walls are short and weak and keep collapsing, giving way to all manner of things to happen. You will understand me in terms of stealing. 4. We need more security men to guard the school day and night. 5. Because of inadequate classrooms, makeshift ones have been created in certain places in the school. Unfortunately, these places are not conducive enough for effective teaching and learning. 6. We need more dormitory blocks because of the increased student population. 7. We seriously need at least 1 school bus and 1 pickup. You heard my senior prefect say that. I am just adding that. The ones that are even not enough, those existing buses, they cannot travel outside the metropolis. And the last but not least, Wesley Girls High School simply needs a proper facelift of her poor road network. Conclusion. Lady President, guests of honor, all protocol duly observed. As I draw the curtains on my report, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has contributed to making this event a success. Today, we have celebrated not only our achievements, but also the values and dedication that define our school. We have reflected on our journey, recognized outstanding effort, and set our sight on even higher heights. Wesley Girls High School will continue to uphold the hallmark of excellence. I will therefore entreat all stakeholders to join the bandwagon to make this a reality. In our girls we see today, who will become distinguished women of substance, making an impact in our country and the whole world at large. Live pure, speak true, right wrong, follow the king. Thank you.